as we can think about PTT as an organization for Thailand. Anything that we want to do, we want to make sure that it's reliable, it's proven, and it delivers the benefit to the group, and it will drive the group to grow, because the dream of PTT is such a big dream, to go very big, not only in Thailand, but go to be a Fortune 100 and to be an international oil company covering the upstream, downstream, oil, gas, and chemicals. And it's very important that we have to realize that when we deliver something to the business, we want to make sure that we deliver quality to the business, ensuring that the system is reliable in meeting their needs. So this is something that we have to ensure that whatever we do that relates to cloud, we want to make sure that it's ready to moving into cloud. So in the past, as I mentioned, that PTT has gone from separate company into a consolidation into single ICT organization, where I run today is PTT ICT, a shared service for the group. We consolidate all the systems into one system, but separate by the business line, like oil and gas, chemical, and refinery. So we have separate units, but each unit we consolidate, and system has to run 24 hours, 7 days a week, 365, non-stop. That's very important. So when we heard about cloud, we want to ensure that we're not jumping into something that we don't know. So we explore the private cloud, public cloud, hybrid cloud. So what we have done until today is only the private cloud. Public cloud is too much to think about because of many other issues that we have to be concerned about, the security, because of the infrastructure. If you want to use cloud in other countries, infrastructure is a key issue. The cost, international gateway that provided by PTT, provided by True, provided by provider is still an issue that cost is so high, so we have to be very concerned about the cost. But the real benefit that we think about the cloud is to help us to grow, help us to reduce our costs and be innovative. So this is something that we have done in the past. So we essentially, if we look in summary, in the past until today, PTT is a mixture of environment, dedicated, virtualization, the cloud. So if we look forward into the future, where we are going into is something that we have to listen to the business. Currently, business management, business executives know all about cloud because of the good marketing of the cloud name. Right? People talk about cloud everywhere about the cloud. So we had a lot of pressure because executives expect that ICT would have to deliver the technology that is best for the company, best for the group. We have to be a real-time organization. We have to deliver at the lowest cost with a good quality. So that is the expectation we have to live with. It's an enormous pressure to the ICT. Like you mentioned this morning that normally if you run IT organization, there will be resistance. That people say, this is no news because we know the centralized, like on a mainframe. We know that we have done virtualization, and virtualization is not much different than cloud. If technically you're looking at the technicality of the cloud, it's just a virtualization with the workflow on top, with how you manage it so that it orchestrates everything, that can automate everything without having to have people manipulate or people get involved. So it's basically what we have done in the past. So the benefit the business will get, IT people would think, not much, not very much. Why invest in a new infrastructure that we don't need, especially when we talk about centralized management of ICT in the company, in the group. Last year when we introduced cloud, the IT people said, why do we need this? Because we already have tools on the virtualization to provision the storage, to provision the server, to provision the software. Already, just a click of the button, that's done. Why do we need to have a website, the intranet, that allow users to request for new storage, new CPU, new resources? What's the benefit? So if we talk about the benefit of this in the basic term, there's no benefit. But if you think about the benefit in the long run, if we could have a common pool of resources and business go outside Thailand, go into international, like we have 100 countries that Mr. mentioned, but 100 countries today, some countries run independently. But in the future, if we could consolidate everything into single location or few locations, then cloud play a major role in terms of providing resources to all the companies. So this is something that we think about. If we want to embark on cloud, we want to introduce more cloud, we move from virtualization into the complete cloud, would have to deliver business benefits. And all these benefits would have to be real. We don't just want to do it because people have done it. And people have already introduced cloud in their organization, so PTT would have to compete. That's not the idea that we try to follow. We always follow our objective to be the real-time organization. Business has to be intelligent. Business has to be able to deliver return on investment, has to also make sure that we run efficient and be a national oil company that technology advance, that we can grow further. So that is something that we think about, what to do forward. So when we consider cloud, the potential cloud investment that we will going into is basically, today we have tested running small application on cloud, private cloud. And we have introduced the application, like for example, the archiving. When we do archiving on the application on data, we move into cloud. The next step, think about the people now. People have used a lot of mobile smartphone, iPad, iPhone, Google Android devices, and they're now using a lot of cloud that outside our control, like iCloud, Dropbox, Box, SkyDrive, and whatever they can name it in all the camps. So we are running a risk of people moving our business data outside the boundary of the company. So this is something that we need to do it quickly, to get all this information under control. So this will be a next step that we want to do, a personal cloud for everyone in the company to be able to share, collaborate, store information. So this the next project that we do, the plan that we have in 2013. And the next step beyond the private cloud, the personal cloud, also the innovation that business can think about, using all this technology in our service station, using this technology in moving to other countries. So this is something that we have in the plan. And to do all this, we need cooperation from the government, we need cooperation from the standard body, we need people, the service provider to work with us, we need to collaborate, right? And technology also is important. We are in Thailand, we always follow, not like in US, you always lead. And we are so far away. When we talk about new technology, it's a risk to IT organization, we don't get the good support. Every time I can challenge everyone who run IT that when we introduce new technology, we always run into problems. I've been in ESO, I have been in True, I've been in CP Group, I have been now in PTT. I don't see any organization that has never experienced disruption because of the new technology. So we have to be very careful when we go into this new technology. We need support from the vendor who created the software, who created the infrastructure. That they need to be close to us and to support us. And in Thailand, we need to share. If we can share, I think we can go further. If we go alone, we go very short. That's my comment.